Yeah. Yeah, okay, so uh-huh. Yeah. Did you lost the 50-50
As the
or
head of the oak, I'll fight alongside you.
ooh,
The enemies you are
ooh,
about, since
yeah.
our interests are aligned, why don't we team up?
We have always been following in the footsteps.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Miss Trailblazer?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's when you gotta like
Fine,
plan for like
Rest
your
assured.
Thank
plan
you,
for pools.
Thank you all very
the Charmony
Yeah.
Festival.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations.
Yeah, okay. Uh I know there was literally a mini game I was playing on HR and there where people had some cracked builds. I'm like, bro, why are people sweating on this little but like I was low key sweating too. And like we're talking like high IQ gameplay on a like children's game. On a children's mini game. That's crazy.
I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang? How powerful is that Dream Master?
He's
Oh
the
yeah.
leader of the.
Maybe you.
no, that won't do. You're still carrying. Huh. I knew it. As I suspected, if I'm right, he intends to.
Aventurine? Is he still alive? And what does he have to do
Oh yeah,
with our mission
I
to
did start
defeat
the
the
stream.
Dream Master?
Remember what I said earlier? Working if negotiations go south, the only question mark is,
Good luck to you, Welt.
well,
That's crazy.
Spoken like a true even if the Dream Master is innocent. The family's corruption runs deep.
Oh yo, what up, Raven?
I won't make the same
They be
mistake.
like that, like yeah,
Don't
no,
you have
I
something?
definitely.
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked
I
us
remember
to
when back in my
inquire about
Destiny
the
sweat
nameless
days,
in
bro,
Penacony.
it'd be like,
We've already
dang,
collected intel, if I'm not mistaken.
we might have to drop.
I've been watching over you, Miss Himiko,
Yes.
and you two, young Nameless.
Yeah, no, but we had to like no, okay. See, in raids, you can always teach someone,
You're
but
best for the
when it
last.
comes to like
He
trials, you
embarked,
can't teach someone
disembarked,
that. That has to
on
be
his deathbed,
like
he told me to find the astral.
personal, you know.
Now,
You have to develop your skills to deal with that on your own. Don't, no one can just tell you what to do.
Back here
Because
again.
if you can't
sometimes I
execute
feel
it,
like
then
you're
it doesn't
still alive,
matter.
old friend. Like you've still got so much.
Or
to
if you
say
can't
and
adapt.
do.
Love the raids, but I got absolute body in
I kept my
trials.
promise.
Yeah, no,
Brought
don't
the
get me
future
wrong. Trials
trailblazers
was
you've waited
very
so long
sweaty.
for.
And I was one
Why
of
you
them.
were
I'm
so
not gonna lie.
obsessed with that train. Don't let us down, old man.
Don't take fall
What's
damage.
happening?
But I'm talking scare. I'm talking scarab levels of try hard.
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last Nameless of Penacony.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't like one life game modes either, but trials you could at least get like, oh no, I guess the revive happens in Fortnite too, but I'm not a battle royale type of player. I'm more of like I like search and destroy, but like trials was like a better search and destroy for me because it was only 3 people as opposed to waiting for your whole team to die just to die at the beginning of the round again. Like the rounds went by quick, whereas in search it felt like it dragged if you got like. And then so I ended up adopting like a camp like playstyle in COD because of it. Hey, but I mean when I camp though, like hey, I do be getting picks. I don't be helping out the team, but in battle royales, no, it's just not for me.
Looks good.
Sorry if I'm like cutting out. Let me see if I can angle the mic to be lower. That aventurine. Oh, like Battlefield. I like the concept, but Battlefield is what made me realize
Sure enough,
I didn't
the
I
watchmaker
wasn't
does
crazy about
appear nameless. Even I could guess that
military
one.
shooters, I guess.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I
Oh, I'm
believe
just replying.
inside that
I'm replying
bubble,
to.
there's something
Did I tell you the
close,
stream
meaning
started?
only for the nameless.
Or did you hear that I said it?
After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some trailblaze runes? Even more enigmatic than me.
And I guess the bottom with like
Well,
the problem I had with
let's have a
Battlefield
look.
when I played it back in the day. Oh yeah, no.
Wait, seriously?
Hmm.
How could a dream?
That old man always had the... I could never figure... that mischievous old man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, hey, I feel like you would really love streaming COD if you took the
I
time
don't
to.
think that's the case, Gallagher.
Because like the way you could
I'm
talk
sure
about the way you
Mikhail
talk
has
about
left
it,
us
I
some
realize like
Don't start...
Just as Mikhail, there must be
you're
something.
Well,
you're able
some
to.
of that's
You're also
what I
really
heard.
good at like you're able to commentate and play it at the same time. I can't do that because when I play, I have to like when I lock in, I have to shut up. I cannot talk and play at the same.
The astral
Yes.
But you definitely
My
can, so I feel like you
You're
would be really good at streaming
And
like
you...
your game, like your competitive games.
Oh, since there's a precedent. I'm sorry, dear guests.
What do you mean?
My apologies.
How about this?
I'm afraid that's not.
How about you?
I'm sorry.
So nothing.
I feel like you should take like advantage of that
Now it
skill.
seems you need to.
It's.
Fudge.
Please calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head.
But was it
personally
back to the
handled this
Battlefield
issue
games?
earlier.
Like Star Wars,
Wait a moment. while I contact him.
Battlefront. That was fun. That was kind of
I
fun.
don't think
I
she's
had
trying to give
oh,
us
like
a
back on
hard
the
time.
PS2 days.
She really just doesn't know
I
what
like
to do.
I like no life that game, and I kind of had to because I didn't have a memory card, so I would literally need to like leave the PlayStation on to do everything in a single run.
Sure thing. Don Home seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
The Charmony Festival.
I feel that I don't get I never get that. I get that from Naruto like 1v1s.
Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about
Unsettling things?
Yeah, or even Rocket League also gets that same adrenaline.
Looks like I won't.
Oh, and in 1v1s I get that adrenaline. Like I get mad, but like when it's close.
Whoa. Do you think they're
I'm not at present.
That's an interesting way to think about it. The newer Star Wars Battlefront 2 is pretty fun too.
back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I'm starting to wonder if sending her to contact Sunday was a good idea. Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know any.
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to... I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single member of the Oak family. On such an important...
Well, I'll be forked.
We shouldn't linger here too
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Not so fast.
That's a good fan
I
base.
wouldn't say do nothing. They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so they won't do
Wait, what did
anything
you say?
reckless. See?
No, I did. I said I did.
Keeping a close
I said
eye
it
on
twice,
them.
and then I went to confirm if you heard that I said it, and you never replied.
We don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup.
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete
still
offer
didn't
can indeed
reply.
help the memo keeper
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks. I have.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
Being trolled.
This is where my street smarts come into play. You're the...
Yes,
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system. And the lady at the front desk said she would contact the manager, but... now
Is this-
she's nowhere.
Does he just not have the Billy bod?
We've been
Is this
waiting
just not
here
Billy?
Forever, without any food or water. What the fork, man? Is this how the family treats its guests?
He even has white hair.
Is this your idea of street smarts?
No, this was
Starting an altercation?
this was Billy before he joined the Cunning Hares.
Standing up.
This
for
is
your
this is when
rights.
I apologize for the inconvenience.
when he was part of the
Please
Sons
wait
of
while we try
Caledon.
to contact Mr. Sunday.
See? Just like that.
Just don't call yourself nameless next time.
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
Good evening, gentlemen.
He even does physical damage like Billy. Wait a minute.
If someone had reserved...
That's strange.
Wait a minute.
Well, could it be that the
He also
memo
has a
keeper
gun.
couldn't afford it?
Then what should we do now?
Oh, no need
I'm
to
on to him.
rush. Well, let's grab some drinks first. Maybe I arrived too early and he hasn't come yet. Now, let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here. Well, give me a glass of Heenum Valley, 40 years. I'll have it neat. No ice.
Well, that's the most expensive one on the list. You have a taste for the finer things.
It's on the house, anyway.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is fine.
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic Soul Glad mixed with Laboon juice. It's refreshing and suits your cool.
Ah, this flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rockin' fuel. Ooh, really hits the spot.
Natural fuel
Truly
is better. Sorry.
Dynamite barb.
Hey,
As long as you're satisfied, dear guest.
Let's give the memo keeper another half-system hour. If she doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan. In the meantime, let's take stock of the situation. What do you think?
The situation is unclear. Something must have happened on the planet of festivities, but the public is unaware of it. Someone in a position of power within the family must be covering it up. It's unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions.
Nice. I was saying, did you ever hear me? Like, I was like, I mentioned it a couple of times that I had already started this.
If what you said about the Emanator of the Nihility is true, the situation in Penacony is...
Congratulations on the silver.
complicated.
Now you just gotta, now you're on your way to diamond.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned about. Regarding Acheron, as you know, the faction that follows the path of the Hunt are some of the most dangerous bolts in the cosmos to mess with. I mean, isn't there a saying among the...
Talking. Do all the talking.
Well, you know what I mean. But that
For sure, for sure.
She doesn't seem like a lunatic at all. On the contrary.
And do you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior
for sure.
For
I'll let you know.
I'm not entirely sure. But I do have my suspicions. Maybe she knows a galaxy.
Yeah, I try not to drag it on that long.
She's trying to lure us out for some reason, which I can't figure out.
Anyway, what worries me more are the anomalies within the family. They've summoned followers from various, unless the invitations weren't sent by them. If that's the case,
maybe it's she pay the harm.
Yeah, that is true. Like at least an hour.
Eons
Huh?
don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn back, even if they reach a dead end.
You think Shippei's will is behind all this?
It may
sure.
not necessarily. It's much simpler.
But in my opinion...
Oh. So you're saying the Nameless now have...
Exactly. I believe it's more about doing your best to choose the right path for yourself among countless possibilities.
I don't know what you've been through, but I agree.
Yo, VK, welcome to the stream.
Responsibility for their choices. That's why the Galaxy Rangers need...
Nah, you're good, brother.
I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up.
You sure have a lot of cards.
Well, going back to my old career would make things a lot easier.
Oh.
By the way, when you were walking around the hotel, did you happen to see any important guests?
What's your plan?
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family. Or maybe we can even take their identities.
No need for that. We'll return to the Express now.
Wait. Are you getting scared?
Pose.
Draw your weapon.
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like
Wait,
to
what?
cancel that Asdonis White Oak you just opened?
Huh?
Hey, who's posing?
Looks like you are...
Looks like your Memo Keeper.
I don't know what that. I don't know what Smolder is.
I'll be waiting for...
No mistake. That's her message.
Well, looks like we took a detour.
You're back?
I don't know.
Saying they were looking for Boot Hill.
Oh.
But I'm good on the posing part. I won't be.
Look, we welcome all passengers
Black
on the
Swan.
Express, but sneaking in like that? You have no regard for etiquette.
Hey, there you go.
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can
You are the Memo Keeper.
Pleased to meet you,
Right.
I've seen you in other memories.
There's also a clipping
First face-to-face
here
meeting
as well.
I hope you enjoyed that bottle of Astana's.
Finally, Memo
Yeah.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself.
Yeah. Do you hear me on it? Does
My
everything
name
sound
is
okay?
Black Swan, and I serve the Garden of
Alright, for sure.
Recollection as a memo keeper. As for Acheron's story, I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Ooh, but the Purple Queen.
Greetings.
Alright, for sure.
I'm Acheron.
What?
Alright, for sure. Take.
You Garden of Recollection
I
shirtbag.
bet.
You
Just
betrayed
and
me.
I apologize.
yeah, no,
for the
yeah, that was
cheating
nice. That was nice.
Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this
Yeah, and I get the idea in theory. I don't know if.
Unnoticed.
Yeah, I don't even.
To be honest,
Like what?
it was more like stalking
Yeah.
than hoping. And the process
That makes
was
sense.
far from unnoticed. But we did escape.
I
Right.
asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to
Oh,
contact a few
fucking
trustworthy
Acheron.
individuals, namely all of you.
Yeah, like.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something? How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then, we can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting.
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Donhung. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed. I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other, so this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift.
I used to believe, just like you, that it would eventually stop. Years and decades passed. And in the end,
It's a really long sword.
faded
I think it's
away
almost as tall,
before
like
the rain did.
almost as tall as her, probably up to her
Looks
neck.
like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all.
Sword swallowing is crazy. Brother.
Well, let me share a story of the mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that creates countless ripples of possibilities.
They're trailblazing. Get it.
These ripples last longer than the fleeting life
Can't what?
of humans. And for some, their presence leaves such a strong mark that
Like those shadows on the ocean.
sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders, they emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, these hollow phantoms,
You don't hear any sound, like
they were once my dear companions.
no sound from the game.
A group of Galaxy Rangers.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. I'm guiding them toward transcendence.
That should help.
It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The universe witnessed the fall of Zero, the Lord Ravager.
Oh.
At a price. A price so hefty that only those who were there still remember. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. So someone must guide these lost souls to their life beyond.
Oh, it's echoing a bit. Let me refresh. Yeah, it should sound good now.
In their time. As for me,
But you know, these sin thirsters.
does this seem pointless to you? Will some tasks have to be done?
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all, this realm is off limits to ordinary. Thank you, stranger. I wish that you find what you seek.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless from our perspective. But if this is what the departed ones expected...
A good question. And a profound one. I don't know the answer. What I do know is that one day I too will pass away. Someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet of flowers.
Yeah, flowers. Interesting. So is this the? Guessing this guy
my speech
is the person she made a promise to.
Maturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my child.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my ability. However, I made a mistake yesterday. While I was preparing dinner for the family head, I accidentally dropped a prepared dinner out of laziness. I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment, it has been
This is
tough
probably
to
going to be
sleep
some
with guilt
sad
still
Sunday
gnawing at me,
backstory, and I'm just
as
not
I
going to
worry
care.
that the seeds of evilness may have taken root.
I already don't like him.
So, I confess to you now.
Do you sincerely repent? Have you examined your soul? Are you willing to accept the... Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family, and you shall be reinstated.
This is very religious.
Oh, praise Shipe. And thank you, esteemed advocate.
Next, please step forward.
I wholeheartedly confess to you. Please, pardon my sins.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway. I sold everything to get a ticket. My house, my land, and my 2 children.
Yeah, we're already getting to
Please.
levels of
My children were starving.
fucked.
And I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. If I can strike it rich here, I'll lift them out of that situation and give them the life they deserve. But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down. I thought I could bring my kids here. It was all my fault. All my fault.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll work my hardest to redeem my children and make them part of the family. Praise the harmony.
Next, please step...
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony, and the next leader of the Oak family, right?
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure. Let's just get this over with. I have sinned. Please forgive me. I wasted half a pizza at breakfast, and a bottle of Soul Glad.
Oh?
That's it. Nothing more. Can we wrap this up? I've got a robo-ball game to catch, you know?
He wasn't sincere, I'm guessing.
Do you...
He does.
Seek to atone for your sins through good deeds?
My sins? Starting to sound like a saint, huh? Well, let me tell you something. Neither the family nor you have the right to judge me. You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh?
Yeah, I hear it now, Bart
Those dream
Simpson.
chasers might be fooled by your act, but don't fool yourself. Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the power of the Oak family come from? And your power? What makes you think you can sit there all high and mighty, looking down on everyone else?
Pepsi. Yeah.
Spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right? Then I'll take my leave. Good luck with your election, and don't make me regret my investments in you.
I feel like he's just not listening. He doesn't care.
Oh, revered triple-faced soul, hear my doubts. Who can judge the strong when their power hides their crimes? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any price to survive? Who can comfort the purest souls when even they get led astray? If the strong defending the weak is truly the foundation of paradise, then who is responsible for the suffering and anguish in this wretched world?
Oh no. How are you not Nihility?
Brother? Brother, are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours.
Oh no, he's not Nihility because he's still...
Reef and back.
He still believes in
I'm
harmony.
out of sorts. But it'll all be over before we know it.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident. Even if the Stellaron does pose a grave threat, I still feel sorry for all the trouble we've caused you.
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across the cosmos. But now that we know the truth...
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... We'll do our best to explain everything, even if the negotiation does not go smoothly. I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the
Robin.
the harmonious choir would not arrive. And the
So yeah, we
festival
confirmed
would be
she was
just a great
alive.
performance. And
I'm relieved to see your determination. You know,
along with
since
Firefly.
arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself. I'd heard of the heads of the 5 major lineages, but the Dream Master is a mystery to me.
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience.
That is a
even
wild
for
thing to
us.
say.
But given the urgency of the situation, he's agreed to meet us in person.
perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the Dream Master in years.
DK's on demon time right now.
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies everyone.
Indeed.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting. I apologize for any inconvenience.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
Ooh, now I'm actually Robin.
Hey, come over here.
Finally.
Looks like someone needs help. Let's go check it out.
Mr. Sunday. Hey there!
Drunken guess.
See the moon in the sky? It's about the size of the cap on my soul glad body.
I know that that's a Pepeshi, but I know that's a Pepsi.
Reached out
But
my
dang.
hand, I could grab the moon, couldn't I?
The moon? You mean the Grand Theater?
Yeah. Look at me. I've been away from home for too long. I must be missing that moon.
Yeah. That's like the
But it's no
way to
big deal.
what to call him now,
The
honestly.
moon
It's
here
easy.
looks much better than the moon back home.
Thanks to VK.
It's just magnificent. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony. How short-sighted.
Selling everything you had? Why would you go to such lengths?
Why? Can't you see? Life back home is miserable. It's not really living at all. It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams. You can do whatever you want. That's what I call living. Yeah, now this is the life.
Is this truly living?
Huh? What did you say, young lady? I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glock's Avenue can be dangerous. How about I ask a Bloodhound family member to escort you to Ideen Park over there, so you can continue enjoying your sweet dream?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Wow, no wonder you were the leader of this sweet dream. You're totally a lifesaver.
But I mean, hey, if it was that bad.
And it was nice chatting with you.
It was bad though.
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. But why do they live like this? The man we ran into, he doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him, they're the only way to survive, even if it means giving up on reality. That's not really living at all.
Valid.
I suppose you have a point. But, in my opinion, that's how most people live their lives.
I need foreplay when I cry.
You think
Yeah.
that man is not actually living, but that's not quite accurate. Even without Penacony, people create their own illusions called self-value. People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value means gaining power, and those deemed worthless are seen as the weak. However, value doesn't come out of thin air, and there's a limit to it. To accumulate value, people have to take from others. So, the weak get exploited and oppressed.
Are you suggesting that this is not how things should be?
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it, because they uphold the illusory notion of self-value. And even the weak believe in it. The survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape from that reality and find solace.
Yeah.
No tragedies
That's
exist
not
here. Only happiness. Although in its nascent form.
That's a tall order.
Isn't that the same paradise we yearn for in our dreams?
Perhaps that man is just an exception. Let's not jump to conclusions. We should experience the dreamscape ourselves. Just as I did at Dreamflux Reef.
Yes. Seeing is
I
believing.
mean, yeah, no, it would definitely hard to be like satisfied with anything within a world like that.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the...
It's going smoothly. Thanks.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the... I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun? Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry about.
It hurts.
Being happy here is pure
Because,
bliss.
man.
Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
I see. I genuinely wish you all the happiness in the world.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you.
It's like, how do you argue against that, though?
She had a valid point. And I could sense her genuine happiness.
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream. Once she steps out of this sanctuary,
No.
she'll be lost.
It's true. What stays in Space Vegas stays in Space Vegas. Go figure.
Didn't she?
However, the paradise in our dreams, it doesn't have to end.
The devs have been
The paradise
studying.
we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either. The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find...
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all, no. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you.
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left.
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the
BRB
supposed
for sure.
mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials. And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live with everything I knew gone. That's when I heard about a possible solution
oh
here, so I came.
It's like, why don't you just enjoy reality, bro? My entire family died.
I hope the family has been able to help you.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for the me in the hotel.
Why don't you just enjoy reality, bro? I was born with glass nails and wait, no,
I hope you
glass bones and paper skin.
So, you'll be living forever in this dreamscape, right?
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. Whether it's in this dreamscape or not, well, I don't really have much say in the matter. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise, and I'll treasure every moment I spend here. Now I envy those everlasting things.
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to for the rest of his life.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However,
it feels like a cop out. That's the issue. That is the only issue.
solace to the
Like,
disillusioned, it can't
why-
completely eliminate pain in reality.
Why can't
There will
that be reality?
Penacony is already on the right track.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady.
Wait, is
It's Sparkle.
Brother.
My brother.
See you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy yourself?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Oh, I need to
Now that
make
you
a
have your
thumbnail. I
fill,
need a new thumbnail,
it'd be
actually.
wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What?
Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I have no idea what you're planning?
Yes.
I don't care what you're thinking, Chicken Wing Boy. But I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage.
Chicken Wing Boy?
You're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, Chicken Wing Boy? Did I get to you?
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
Masked fool.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness?
I mean, it's perspective.
Well, I've done my part, and now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin.
Because it doesn't matter what she thinks. So that was a pointless
The
question.
last 2 gifts for both of you, and don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And
The
it'll
red
be
is kind of nice.
thrilling.
I agree.
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon.
Let's see here. What was I doing? Okay, so we're gonna... Last time I'm gonna tell you, do you want your happy birthday song with or without cha-cha-cha?
Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise
Nah, he got it.
It shouldn't
Let
be
him
like
do
this.
him.
Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality. Nothing more.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
That might be true. That path makes Penacony great.
I mean, this argument's starting to go in circles at this point.
For humanity, do you remember how we took...
Yeah.
Well, shortly after...
Sorry, not argument, but
crashed to its death
debate,
right in
discussion.
front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example.
I mean,
Made
he's very
efforts to bridge worlds,
proverbial
gaining
bosom
fame across the universe.
efficient, enjoying the appearance of such culture.
Only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen Eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their lifetime. Some are born
that's kind of tough, but
some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal, and the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own.
Bro, spin.
That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
Bros, we're talking, bro. Bro, this guy's not spin.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream.
Okay, so
human nature contains
this image has like terrible,
but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which Eon can make our dreams come true?
People often forget that.
That is a captivating story. Deep.
The entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir. I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I see. Then, I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's...
Then, let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious choir.
Maybe if I crop this photo,
it's a
like
deal,
right
then.
there, only give what's necessary.
It's a deal. But
And then same with this photo.
Maybe you will have to become a star first.
Yeah, bro. Bro's on a feet page.
You're back sooner than I thought.
Biggies are out.
Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Huh. Since his last will has now been conveyed, my final mission is complete. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? But you have the numbers, and in numbers comes strength. So that might just delay your inevitable a little more.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals. It won't grant us an upper hand. Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while the family's got us blocked off, an offensive approach might be a wiser course of action. We're more familiar
Dude,
with
rewatching the
Stellaron's
Penacony
properties
store,
than
knowing what I
most.
know now is
And
crazy.
since it's the key to stabilizing
Yeah, going back on the
time,
rewatch
it's
is
vital
always
to the
like
family's interests.
hitting.
By attacking their core interests, they're bound to retaliate hastily.
It's eye-opening.
As the saying goes, haste makes waste.
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it, even if we succeed, it's too risky.
So, no one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this question.
Oh? You of all people? Of course you do. I never doubted you for a second. Time for the master stroke. What?
Why are you speaking like the General of the Law Fu?
That was a dialogue
I heard
option.
that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soulglad TM Festivity Auditions, or something, and it's going to be held in the moment of Scorch Sand. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar, and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. What's crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience arrives.
The simping is crazy.
How do we go about participating in these festivity auditions?
I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club. To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along, but now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin's hand.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity
We'll follow Marge's plan.
I'm afraid
Should we ever cross paths again?
I just realized this has been like a slew of dialogue for a while now.
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on.
And Miss Firefly.
We've already come.
This is also the spirit.
Miss Robin, Miss Robin's fan club, yeah. Himiko and VK.
Wow, they've really outdone themselves! Oh, I'm starting to get excited!
Excuse me, you.
As the last group of contestants, how
Would you be open to a brief exclusive
Your journey is long and fraught
Did we get
with
to fight?
peril, yet under
sword and rose! Protect the beauty! Magnificent and majestic!
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brother Lance's focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners, but if we don't have fun, we'd all be sinners.
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and enter the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way. Make way. Allow me to introduce.
Hello, everybody. I'm
Baddies.
Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities? Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral Express is so well known, the family won't dare to make any rash moves.
Hello everyone, I'm the Galactic Baseballer, and she says cheese.
Don't expose my net handle to everyone!
Net handle?
Hello, everyone! I'm Part 7. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventures. Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular. Time is precious.
Okay, let's get it. Ooh, we got 80. That's a pull. Ooh, we got 10. That's another pull. All right, so how are we looking? Saving for Hyacine, yeah. I'm gonna collect the remembrance characters. I think she heals. I'm pretty sure she heals, so
This place is buzzing.
that's I'm adding that to the team.
It's a miniature representation. That's
And then I might throw Agalea on there.
with boundless possibilities. Nameless.
So she's a remembrance healer hybrid then, which is very cool, or remembrance abundance hybrid. which is really cool because I was literally thinking about that. I was like, man, it would be convenient if one of the Remembrance characters healed, and then would you look at that?
During a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet
Wait,
taste has since
so
been
has
etched in
Hyacine
my
already
mind.
been out
The dream
before, or is
chasing
she a new
was
character
truly
that's coming
a
out?
wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days and the watchmaker.
Or are you just saying that based off what you've seen so far?
Boundless possibilities. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstar.
Okay, yeah, she is new.
Now then, is there anything you'd like to say before the
Or not what you've seen, but like what you heard so far. But I mean, like, either way, it's a still like net benefit and more damage for the team. So the Castress for sure wants her.
How about you, Miss March?
I was. Have you seen the leaks? Yeah, I think I saw a leak too. I wasn't sure. I was like, wait, was this character already out? And then I saw that they healed, and I was like, oh.
And challenging the limits. That's Miss March 7th for you. How about Miss Firefly?
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hope for.
Ah, a wonderful wish. Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but full of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from.
Pretty sure I think seeing character leaks are fine. I need to fully. Yeah, no, dude, you know what's like something that's been kind of weighing on my mind?
You will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day.
Imagine you get any of these gacha games and then you go in completely blind.
Simple. Everyone clear?
You're not gonna like.
I hereby announce that the 33rd Scorch Sand Festival,
Like, people are getting by barely with the information that's available to them, right? Imagine just someone who just downloads the game and looks interesting.
We must reach the end.
They're gonna be so lost.
Factoring in efficiency and safety, splitting up into 2 groups is the best choice. March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her. It'd probably be better if
But then the devs hope you do go in blind. That way you need to swipe if you want units, since you had a little time to save. Had a little, yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
That makes the most sense. Okay. Enough chit chat. Let's do it. Easier to save if you know several patches in advance instead of just one patch in it. Yeah. That's how it feels in Like, that's the feeling I got in ZZZ. Like, I just did not know what I was doing, so. Or knew the full capabilities of what worked and what didn't. Alright. I saved over 300 pulls for Firefly since I knew she was coming. I knew her kid, and also I was confident and saved for E2, S1, and skipping everyone else. Makes sense. This is probably going to be the first game where I get the hard save for someone. I mean, I was hard saved. I guess I hard saved for Bernice and Vivian, kind of.
In the school of acting. Now, make your...
And then when it came to this game, there was no saving. It was I need to get this now as soon as possible type thing. No chance to save. No time. Oh yeah. But now that I'm here, and thanks to much help, much support, I know I have a plan. I have a solid plan. You're going for Saber? Yeah, dude, I haven't watched Fate yet, so I don't, and I feel like they're gonna be like The Hunt or something, and I'm not, I don't know.
Contestants, you are about to confront the monsters of the primordial dreamscape as dreams.
I want to though. It's a good anime, and I know that for 100% fact. But I just, it's a lot to get into. And you know nothing about Faber, but I heard Faber is busted. I'll need to see her leaks.
Existence is unity.
Yeah, same. I haven't seen any numbers. I've seen the cutscene, and that was about all. Or cutscene, that could just be her ult.
Pretty simple.
That's a pull right there. That's a whole 5 Jade. That was her ult, if you're talking about the clip they played at the end of the concert. Oh, it's part of a whole concert. Interesting. What in the world? Alright. Okay, hold on. There we go. Um. Throw the shields down, pull out Galahorn. Heck yeah.
Is that all?
Nah, Galahorn or kicks are. No, I'm joking.
Congratulations! Just as you're about to give up.
Why is our opponent?
Because.
Isn't this just product?
Remember, you hunters used to just get kicked from LFGs because they didn't provide enough. Like, remember how that was a whole thing?
Okay. Resistance is unity. All will be swept away by the wind.
Yeah, it was like Titans and Warlocks only, no hunters. We weren't relevant until we got the bow.
Time to mix things up.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
The world kisses me with pain, and I provide with
Bro, sounds like Bringer.
in return. Whoosh!
I main hunter, but I did flex at some point.
Congratulations! No matter how late.
None will take my soul glide away from me. I will use the transmutation arcanum to turn into a dinosaur.
Let's see if I can get that paper look.
Devour my enemies. Grab a bottle of soul glide and make your dreams a blast.
That is.
Danger approaches.
That might be it.
As you wish.
How's this taste?
Eternal. Stay away. Root here.
Friends?
Indulge yourselves!
Sorry, I'm working on a thumbnail. Let me see if I can put it on stream here.
All will be swept away by the wind. As you wish. Embrace a new life.
You main, yeah, I main hunter throughout like both the game's lifespan.
The body withers, but the
Oh, Anthem? No, I didn't play any. Never played Anthem.
You truly are a beast, more than I can ever be.
That should do it. Okay. Let's go. Mr. Yang is waiting for us.
Let's
Isn't this fight
hear.
way off from the actual storyline?
Transforming into a dinosaur isn't imaginative enough for you? This is the sort of magic only seen on Penacony. Anyway, let's get back on track. Where were we?
Okay, what am I?
Oh, that's right.
How do you add an image again? It's like somewhere. Oh, it's right here. Okay.
But the companion who journeyed to Penacony with you chose to leave, having lost all hope. In the years that followed, you encountered each other once
this is
more
the thumbnail
on the prosperous streets of Penacony,
I put together.
but dared not call out to one another. Perhaps akin to the lingering regret of every dream chaser. Oh, well done!
Partly.
You brought to life the thrilling action scenes from Once Upon a Time in Dreams with your fighting skills.
You're missing the secret fourth one in the back. It's just very well hidden.
And get to the next stage.
Oh, I got cock blocked twice. That's crazy.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but
You're on mobile, can't see shit. That's fair.
are you having fun? Fun is more important than success.
Hold on.
Look at the time. You finished much faster than that red-haired
There we go.
contestant did.
You can vaguely see the eyes pop out.
That red-haired contestant. Who is that exactly?
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises. Gunfire time!
That's kind of like my dream team right there.
Or time, where you'll face Clucky's trial. And now, make your choice.
So then that means Ron May and Gallagher and Ron May and Gallagher could be like helpful for another team down the line. Maybe Hyper Carry Seal. I don't know. Wait, but you don't understand. That's 8 characters on your team. It balances out. Wait, what am I doing? Hold on. What? I have no clue what I did. I actually don't I don't even know what I did the last time. I guess it just works.
If it's a gunfire trial.
Bro, the first Super Break team had them. Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if I can do that, or if I'll be good at building that, or if I feel like pulling for all the pieces.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good. Looks like you've in this Hanu's adventure episode, boss. Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off.
I need a few, gonna break DPS. Yeah, that's what I was like. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I would need Well, I just say, so then, oh, just so then I would just need to pull for one.
Oh,
That's what you're saying?
You look like you could really use some help. Long time no see.
Yeah, probably, I guess. Did I just miss Fugue?
Oh, listen, but you know. Now, I can't wait.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there. If we can push that thing down,
Oh, so
do you think that would do the trick?
it is like that. Okay. Yeah, there was no way I was getting another character within that amount of time. I barely got the Lycone.
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
I'm gonna say that goes there for now until I can figure out the other piece. Until I can figure out the other pieces. What do I feel like? I can't get any closer to the mic. I feel limited. There. Where are we? Oh, I did not see this over here. I guess that doesn't go there.
Oh,
whoops.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of perfect alignment! My organizational itch has been quite thoroughly scratched. Hurry now, Hanu. Touch that TV set and transform back into your old self. Then head upstairs. Your weapon.
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented.
Okay, so still Mad Rapper has a rerun yet, but Fugue hasn't. Let's see. Or hasn't. Oh, hasn't and then has, yeah. But also I like this thumbnail because I like the colors of it too. Agale and Cash just really complement each other.
Is that... Huh? What exactly is he talking about?
We actually these are both memes.
In Dreamville, Clocky is epic. Hanu says battle. The enemy! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just... Sheesh. Well, here we go again.
Is this filler?
Ready? I am gradually getting used to this.
No, it's last we saw but brave heart.
But
guess what?
This feels like a filler mission.
the storage room. It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here.
I like how Firefly is just like, what the hell is going on? Am I supposed to...
This thing feels just like the soaring locust too.
Excuse me? I was locked on, was I not? Y'all saw that?
Careful. It looks like we've
I
got
don't
one
like that
company.
enemy in the middle. It's very jarring to look at. Home Alone? No way. Oh yeah, my fault. It was a skill issue, you're right.
Here we go again.
That was close. Sniped. Watch this, 360 no scope. Wait, hold on. 360 no scope. Wait. You don't understand. 360 no scope. There we go.
That should be all of
Buggy almost spit my beer out when he said skill issue. I just didn't have a good enough gamer chair.
Well, that's that. But it is gonna be hard to let go of this bazooka.
No, bro. Bitches love cannons. It's confirmed. No, I'm joking. I wonder who gets that reference. There we go. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm so bad at just... There we go. Bitches love cannons. That's the reference. Or that's... You know, I actually don't even know what they call that. The referencee. I guess it's just called the reference.
Congratulations to both of you. Oh, you've overcome in the final stage. Welcome to the 30th.
It's unfortunate that there's not an actual, like, Sonic type pinball game. No, but that definitely sounds like something he would say for some reason. What am I doing? Like, I don't know if I'm making any progress, I'm gonna be real.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Alright, calm down. No. We're not gonna start glazing, alright? He's not that cool. Alright? Calm down. Extraordinary? Excuse me?
Please wait, my beautiful ladies. By the glorious light of beauty, I never thought I would see you again.
No, yeah, I met him before.
Kind faces are as spring's gentle breeze, bringing solace to my
His
soul.
boss fight. I don't think I streamed his boss fight. I think I was just like playing one day. I was like thinking, I doubt everyone wants to see me do something like this random side. I thought I was a side quest.
Hearing of the
so
impending festivities,
I didn't think it
I
mattered.
commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, in a cosmos unguarded by the beauty, disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by tending to the sick and injured.
Does he have Riz?
The mini
Sure.
rabid mech pilot.
Is he corny as hell?
I do not
Yes.
deserve such praise. Unfortunately, that dashing IPC ambassador, whose radiance matches that of a beautiful peacock, remains in a woeful state. Ugh, how I wish he... Okay, let's get back to business. Since fate has brought us together, it stands to reason that you both...
His
seek the
voice
accolade
actor
of the
sounds
audition
familiar.
victor, correct? Though upon arrival, I was once mistaken for a towering silver-armored fugitive with fiery red flames due to my lack of eloquence. It matters not, for all these trials stem from the land of the dream's beauty. What matters
He
is that I now
almost sounds like
stand
Mike Guy.
Our paths have crossed. I, Argenti of the Knights of Beauty,
Is that
am
weird to
humbly
say?
requesting a battle with you both. If I am fortunate enough to emerge victorious, kindly grant Idrilla. The beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all. Dear friend,
We gotta fight him again? Oh my
for this trial
god.
set forth by the beauty.
I mean, at least he wants to smoke.
Oh, this symbol of pure bliss.
Step up, let's see ya.
Looking good, Joker. How am I approaching this? Come on, man, you can't defend for yourself, so.
This is the warmth of life. There's more to life. Eternal. As you wish.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Enjoying yourself?
good brew, my friend.
Alright, we got this. We're locking in. You know nothing of the weight behind this power.
Please cherish this time. Move here. Embrace a new life.
Oh, so, yeah, my fault.
May death protect us.
Yeah, it's well.
Your fictions, friends, are indeed our The laurels of victory belong to a driller.
Life is not so fragile. As you wish.
Put forth all your might.
Oh boy. Okay. It's okay. Oh,
this is the
not
work
yet.
of life.
How are we looking? How are we looking? Who's next? Ron and May. Do I trust her? Or no, I go for ult. Nope. Oh.
Value, I suppose.
Is she? Okay. Okay.
Every petal in life's garden.
Sorry, I can
swept
see.
away
Literally cook.
by the wind.
Well, literally cooked them. Let's go. Almost 2 hours stream. Keep it the stream. Streamathon going. Heck yeah. Yo, is he gonna kill you? Nah.
Nice like a good brew.
We're chilling.
Indulge yourself.
Alright, and then bash him on the head. Boom.
Step up, let's see ya.
Step up. Let's see ya.
How's this taste?
We break.
That's enough. I have come
Let's
to
go.
grasp the sincerity of your cause. I yield.
62 HP.
Beautiful.
Nah, we got that.
Truly
We're
a
chilling.
captivating contest. It is through you that I realize to uphold the honor of a
Light work.
I must further hone my skills. What a beautiful lesson indeed.
Yeah.
Go forth, my dear.
That's the second time.
The audition's crown
Or
is
third.
yours to
He didn't let us beat him.
I shall remain
I don't like him.
gazing from afar as you
And
bask in the
GG's.
limelight,
Thanks, y'all.
joining the audience in offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
Let me
We don't
win.
have much time.
Let me see
fate
that
allow us to
HP
meet
bar here
Night of
hit 0.
In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Yeah, this is a whole side filler quest mission thing. It has to be. It's kind of interesting, I guess. Oh, we're finished. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Just a flex. We're edge walking. We're edging. I mean, you're pretty close to some important stuff. Yeah, probably.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival before entering the Grand Theater. I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
Edgelord, yeah, you know it.
As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We dealt both I and the Oak family. We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer?
Please don't make me answer that.
A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
I'll lock it in.
That's not the point. Don't let him.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't
Every
fully
time,
agree
no.
on what to do about the
Marches over our
now's
shit.
not exactly the
Anytime we
time to be
pick
holding an
that dumb,
extensive discourse
stupid
about
option,
Penacony's past
he'll be
and
the first
future,
one to
is it?
say something.
The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they...
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my... Let's talk about our tribute and our final course of action.
Is he trying to scrap? Infinite Tsukiyomi is wild, basically.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use
It's the same, it's kind of the same premise.
bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellarons...
Do you have any...
I'd like to ask.
I would have never thought that...
If I have offended the Astral Express...
Dream Master.
Sunday. Robin. The magnitude of this Sunday. Might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me and question me?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be...
Oh, triple-faced soul. Please sear his tongue and palms.
Let us begin.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Were we asking? Well,
Naturally.
Oh no. Dream Master,
Do you
okay.
love your god as you do yourself? Always heeding there at a...
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
I'm not skipping. I'm making it go by faster. I'm waiting for them to finish to say it, but they take forever to move on to the next thing.
And future.
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I
Or sometimes they just talk a little
in
too
accordance
slow.
with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced...
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Ye?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity.
07 Welt. 07 Welt.
All simplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one? She may.
Perfectly harmonized. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir.
Nah, he'll be
spinning
fine.
solemn and
He's
reverent
well.
hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell.
They know nothing of the weight behind his
Traversed by
power.
this Eon,
Sorry.
clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang. Being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself...
No. They know no. Like they don't know. Does he know?
So this is how it is.
Put him in a does he know thumbnail.
For the sake of our grand cause Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise...
Rest.
...could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to
Alright, for
ponder
sure,
their
brother.
fates.
Have a
You
good
should
night.
know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Had a rough week, and
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family
thanks for the
involved.
support. Thanks for coming.
But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed. Smart kid. You're just as sharp as the other one.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape. Least of all,
Did he just
the
shift his
beautiful new
position
world belonging
like
to
5
the
times?
Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the natural selection. The world...
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's...
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony.
We're going on a podcast,
It's
a
my
TED Talk,
inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains
a dream talk.
unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process.
Hey,
Stronger in
yo.
effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I
Dream
believe after
alert.
going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in later on. Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world.
Fuck off,
One day,
bot.
after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove.
Best viewers on Stream Boogie, you say. Guess let's check it out.
That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, we decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
He's basically saying, if you choose this one, boom, Penacony. That's exactly what it is. Right? I hope I didn't mess up. My game froze. I think I chose the wrong answer. I don't think the game liked that answer. The game did not like that. Here we are. And Team Anomaly, Team Remembrance. There we go. Oh, same. I don't have her. Which one did you choose? You should have grabbed me, Abby. Well, I think it depends. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what you were saying.
Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, from what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still... As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. Now, this story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the
So do we gotta
charged with listening
stick to what he
problems
says?
and vexations
That do we actually gotta like? Is it a quiz?
and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it.
Oh, okay.
He was a dream chaser. He told me, I sold everything I could at home. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment? I look forward to everyone's decisions.
I mean, yeah. Right, these are good.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status. Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying Bronze Melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, he instead responded with a question. What children?
That's crazy.
In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value, turning instead into a wrongdoing.
That is
It
wild.
created a lamentable oppressor and countless oppressed individuals. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision, and the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Goat. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was the letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin...
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song. And was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show...
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony.
He's a syscon, I knew it.
Arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advised.
But that's why she wears her thing on her neck to hide her scar. I see.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my... Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Rob...
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the Harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking.
All E6 images show the character is not wearing clothes, and there is only the time. The scar on her neck. Oh, okay. That's pretty interesting.
Because this is merely a figment of imagination. A nightmare.
Too bad I'll
that has
never
haunted me through
own
countless
that,
nights.
but...
If you ever had the... Would you
Or
still
any
support
E6,
Robin's
anything.
journey on the...
Oh. Okay.
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the Harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the Order, where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Asking the real questions.
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is no, that is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor... Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
I see. I mean...
And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
I mean, it does. It is. It basically is.
But what is the price to attain all this?
Ooh.
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
That's crazy. I'll talk to my Firefly fucker.
Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
Yeah.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for why life slumbers, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all.
I almost align
Even
with
when
them.
your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From
But
my
yeah,
perspective,
I'm here.
individuals making
I understand
choices
his
for themselves
views,
is their birthright.
but this is
The
how
want
I
to
act.
escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Nice. Well said.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Why?
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense
You know
of
what?
deja vu.
This character looks like
What
this,
is this place?
that one Genshin Impact
It's the
character.
realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if it's so. I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered. The question now is, who brought you? We're drawing closer to the...
All right, but there...
I guess... I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
Wait, you...
Weird. This place is, if I remember correctly, and the room on the other hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha, since this place seems familiar to you.
yeah, then I heard some...
You and Oregon...
Yeah, it's a member of the... They follow Miss Mirror.
Sailor?
Could you tell us more about the compass?
The compass is a...
That's a great story.
Huh? Weird.
Perhaps Clocky had.
So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Clocky out there being a real YN.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So...
I'm sorry.
Anything special?
Mikhail?
Grandpa?
But we haven't. Could you tell us more?
Yeah, sure. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he would, every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to... So, where is your grandpa?
He went off on a new journey. I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his...
You know... Hey, don't tease!
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul, even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded.
Yeah. Well, Grandpa was at home back then.
It seems this Mikhail...
Yeah.
But this raises more... Could this be...
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably.
I feel like I'm very curious to see what the answer is. What direction the game decides to
No.
refute his argument.
Huh? Something feels different about this.
Up ahead is Grandpa's study.
The atmosphere in...
Clocky.
Clocky, you're here!
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came, he described our to ensure that on that day, I asked him if I could...
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that... He said that he knew the crew on the train. And that he had asked them to...
A train?
It's the Astral Express! I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, he said. As long as I kept moving forward, the distant sound of a train whistle.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can...
Wait, what?
This is the dream jigsaw.
Do you remember?
His grandpa? That's
You said you
interesting.
obtained a
Hey!
Looks like we're just...
You rotate the shit. Oh, you double tap it. Oh, whoops. That's creepy.
This is it. While I've spent my
Did not
time
like the
here,
animation for that.
So, yes, but this dream...
Wait!
Marge.
Yeah? the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in—
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this Clocky, and when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
Oh, okay.
A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few? It's just like a hidden message, left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
As an Acheron?
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard, was the sound of the Express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind
Yeah, no, I got
this.
that part. Only those who
It's
follow
just for Misha
Trailblaze can
himself
see
to
Clocky,
explain
yeah.
all the details.
But she was asking. Or I think they were asking who could,
Now should we
who,
call you Misha?
who has interacted with Misha.
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now,
And I thought Acheron did at some
please
point.
allow me to reintroduce myself.
Like at the beginning of the whole
I was born
Penacony
on
story.
Shaka, in the Presmere system. Adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure. Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, Misha.
Oh,
If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
oh.
You're the Watchmaker himself?
How do you forget?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express.
Don't tell me
And this also marks the beginning
they're gonna
of
be
his
stuck
journey,
with Clocky.
devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Yeah, somehow.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he?
That's crazy.
I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in her dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Oh boy.
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through.
Yes. He's speaking facts.
You found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth,
I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Esdon. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you.
Yeah, boy.
Trailblaze. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey. And
Okay.
too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head. And now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door.
Okay.
I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make. Although I don't think anyone will have.
Of course. We've come this.
In that case, then let's proceed.
Trailblaze. We've been about it.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka.
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain. Now go!
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out.
Well, it's hard to explain. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
Oh.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this?
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop.
I'm staying in Astana with Raza.
He's an adult now.
I see. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory. Don't worry. Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of Trailblaze will...
Yeah. I knew you...
This is Mr. Amundsen's...
When he departed, he said, "Farewell, legwork."
Alright.
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier.
Because you're all we have! Have you forgotten about Tiernan?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't... Tiernan. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. If I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next...
Where are you going, old man?
Oh.
Gallagher.
Here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea.
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last if you die too, the secret of...
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives. We'll organize a festival using...
So...
Desperate. Don't we have you here, my friend? This task, make sure to send an invitation.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky.
Oh
Take
no,
me
he's old.
to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met.
Write it down?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you...
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those
Oh,
wall
man.
clocks and pocket watches grew up with you.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his seat. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dream.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that it was a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy, and the watchmaker is just a nameless.
What a way
We've
to end
arrived
that story.
at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else.
That's a speed boost.
I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends?
Don't make this sadder than it has to be.
You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just...
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is? Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make, whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze.
Love that.
Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
My heart, my soul.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The Penacony and Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 indeed. That was
I
beautiful.
can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this.
That's
Is it because
Zipe?
of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
What is it, as people say? Smash. Next question.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak, I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage, since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake. Let's draw a conclusion there. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Not that we were getting ready for a final battle. No way! New path? Man. Alright, I need to sleep. Good luck if you continue in a patch 2.2. Yeah, bro, we just unlocked that. Never had that before. That's crazy. But yeah, no, I finally understand the context behind his hat now. I'm actually kind of glad. It has so much more weight behind it now. I thought it was just a goofy little prop thing. Like, fancy hat. Basically was out of nowhere. I think there was a dialogue option that basically made it feel that way. They were like, whoa, a new power just like that. What are we looking at? Ooh, 6,000. Right, yeah, we're on our way for a good pulling session. We need like 15K. Catch you later, man. Have a beautiful night. Thank you for joining the stream as always. Catch you later. I'm probably gonna end the stream as well. Thank you anyone else who was here. I appreciate it.